We know it. We love it. Every time they're here, it sells out as well. Could you cut a little bit more, sir? Because
absolutely.
This is Bologna, unlike any that you're getting in any local grocery store, right? We go to Stoltzfus because they've been bringing us this amazing Pennsylvania Dutch tradition and doing it authentically, doing it in a clean way, and the most flavorful way ever. It's Ring Bologna, M94005 is your item number. 3 easy payments of $14.99. I'm going to share with you that you're receiving 3 15-ounce rings, so almost a pound a piece. You can choose to have, I know that we're calling it plain, I feel like I want to call it classic, right? Plain,
sure.
Classic, yeah. And then we also have the cheddar cheese, only 80 in the cheddar cheese, and then we also have the garlic. 200 in the garlic, and there is a combo where you'll get 1 ring each, and that is always where I recommend that people go. Now, Myron Stoltzfus is here with us. I'd love for you, because this is really Pennsylvania Dutch. This is like a regional specific heritage tradition here in this area. Can you introduce that concept to everybody else as we're talking to our QVC customers?
Sure. This would be a traditional Pennsylvania Dutch Bologna in this form, along with a lot of other foods, and actually has its origins in Germany, because while we're Pennsylvania Dutch, we're really German.
Right.
And so a lot of the traditions have come over, across on the boats hundreds of years ago, and they still exist and influence the foods that we have.
And so these are recipes, right, that have been passed down from generation to generation. You want to start with the plain? Sure. And also even talk to me about a that comes in 15 ounces. Why do we make it this way? And then the plain is anything but plain. Tell us what's going on there.
Yeah, I can't tell you who decided to put it in a ring, but it is shaped in a ring, thus called Ring Bologna. And
look at this.
Yeah, you can see the
there you
just
go.
the moisture coming out of there. And this particular one has been heated, and that always excites the seasonings and the meat in there. So this particular one has, it's made with premium cuts of pork and beef, and then 17 different spices.
The original, the plain.
Yes,
we call that plain?
Yes.
Did you just say 17 different spices in the plain?
Yes.
This is why I said it wasn't plain. It's classic.
Yeah.
And it's pork and beef.
Yes, pork and
there.
beef.
Yeah,
Yep,
just in terms of like the ingredients.
Yes.
Okay, and then we also have the cheddar. The cheddar was very limited, as you heard me say.
Yeah.
What's going on with the cheddar?
Well, the cheddar is this is the base product, and then we add cheddar cheese. And
how do you do that? How do you get it in there?
well, you have to process and make the product first, and then the final stage, before it's stuffed and smoked, it goes into another mixer and just gets mixed in.
Stuffed and smoked. We're going to back up to that in 1 second. But do you see this? I don't know if I can like press down, but that cheesy cheese. Ooh, yeah. You see that little bit of a cheese melt? That's what you're going to get. You're going to get that pop when you put it in your mouth. So you get that 17 spices and the cheddar cheesiness. And is that like Wisconsin cheddar cheese? It is a special cheese?
No, it's just a cheddar cheese.
Yeah, okay. And then we go into the garlic. Go on. I'm eating these. These are delicious.
Again, use the original as a base, and then add some garlic. And it's not an overpowering sense of garlic, but it has garlic in it, or we wouldn't call it garlic. But this particular one, I think, is good for example, I make homemade pizza at home for the kids, and a couple of weeks ago I made it, and I had a piece of this in the fridge, so I got it out and I cut it up in cubes like this, little cubes, and sprinkled that over the pizza.
Yeah.
Of course, with it, some other meats, because I'm a meat lover. Sprinkled that over the pizza.
Yeah, cut it up in cubes.
And my kids said, "Dad, what did you do with this pizza?" And I said,
Made it better?
"Yeah."
Made it
I
better
said,
with
"I put
Stoltzfus?
garlic ring bologna in there."
Yeah, that's all.
and it took it to another level.
Okay, so I'm just
So
going
it's just enough to excite, to recognize it and like it. But it's not like you ate and it wasn't like a garlic pizza.
And I feel like you could drop that on a salad. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things over here, Emily, if you just come this way. So, right, you can totally make sandwiches out of this if you want to. Adding it to, like, this looks like a little bit of a stew that you're seeing on top there. Come down here, you've got the ring bologna. Remember, it's fully cooked, so you can eat this cold right off the top, right?
Yep.
Right off the top. It can be cold out of the refrigerator.
Yep.
You can add, but again, as Myron said, when you heat it up, it excites all those flavors. So if you want to put it with your eggs over here and then with some fruit, or if you want to add it to a charcuterie board. But let me remind you what your choices are and let you know that, again, this is like that regional specialty that we're able to ship all across the country, which is why we always shop here on QVC. So you can get all three, and they're 15 ounces a piece of the ring at 17 different spices in what we're calling the plain. $14.99 to get this shipping to you. Cheddar cheese, how are we doing on cheddar cheese, Brian? 6 dozen in the cheddar cheese, and then in the garlic, only 180, or there's a combo where you get one ring of each. One of each. The combo 700. We've got a little piece of video, Myron, for you to talk to us about how you all came to be, because it really is a family affair.
Yeah, the photo there is of my mom and dad, and they started the business there on the family farm. This particular photo is from a market stand in Newcastle, Delaware, where my father actually started the business. And this is a picture of our store in Intercourse up in Lancaster County. And that's our neighbors or friends or relatives.
Exactly.
My parents were actually Amish, and then went to the Mennonite faith. So I'm not Amish anymore. But the fun thing is I have all these customs and historical things. And the language.
I love that. Well, okay, and we should do a pronunciation of your name tutorial. How do you say it?
Stoltzfus.
Stoltzfus.
Yeah, Stoltzfus.
So again.
It's a long U, and if you're from around Lancaster, you say Stoltzfus. You don't say Stoltzfus
or something crazy. Right, exactly. That tells you that it's original. These are absolutely delicious. Remind us of how this process is made, because you said 17 different spices, but there's also a smoking process. So you want to start from the beginning.
Yep, I've made lots of this product in my life. I've been doing this all of my adult life and even some of my childhood probably. But yeah, it's premium ingredients.
Pork and beef.
It's seasoned with this seasoning that we developed, and it has things like dry mustard and paprika and a little trace of mace and some other things.
Nice.
And then it gets stuffed into a casing.
Yeah.
And that's actually, you take that off.
Right.
You don't eat that.
Right.
And
this out here.
You can take that off.
Yep.
I'm going to just do that real quick.
Oh, okay.
Because it peels right off.
Okay, go ahead. Show us how to do
it.
So do you see coming in close, Yeah. So you just take the little, you're able to see.
Just get it started, and it'll peel right off.
It peels right off.
Yep.
So you take that casing off and you get it home.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that.
Do you freeze them or refrigerate them?
Either.
Okay.
It'll come in a vacuum pack like that, and if you eat it, in a few weeks, that's fine. If you know, it probably won't last very long, hopefully. But if you're not sure, then just put it in the freezer.
Perfect.
And it's fine.
Thank you so much. So appreciate you being here, bringing this to us, and being here for Gourmet Holiday.